everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Butterfly Book. I want to thank everyone who's still watching these and giving me feedback. I love you so much, and I hope these videos are helping you. I've been really busy with school. Things are starting to increase a lot in workload, and I haven't had much time to sit down and reflect on life and its challenges. And I thought a lot about what I want to talk about today, and I keep coming up with the same one, which is that it's okay to fail. In life, when you're working hard for something, or you feel like you keep doing something and it's not turning out the way that you want, and you keep hitting that wall, you keep hitting that point of like, oh, damn, like, am I ever going to get this? Am I ever going to understand what I'm being taught? Am I ever going to be able to complete this activity? And it's really easy for you to keep hitting those walls and think to yourself, man, this sucks, I'm not good at this. Like, it's really easy to start doubting yourself. Just the other day, I went to the gym with my partner. I just started lifting weights and getting into that. I'm not used to that at all. I'm used to dancing, and that's how I get my exercise. But now I've started going to the gym and lifting and building muscle. And I remember yesterday I couldn't complete one of the lifts that we were doing. And I told him, I feel like such a loser. And he looked at me and he said, it's okay, because you're not a loser. You're trying. This is all new to you. Don't feel like a failure, because you're working hard. And if, in terms of working out, if you can't do it, it means your muscles are tired. You've pushed them as far as they can go for the day. And I'm like, okay, well, it still sucks that I can't do it. I feel like a loser. He's like, you're not a loser. You just did a whole hour of working out, and you've hit this last one, and your muscles have said, okay, that's enough. You can't feel like a loser for that. And so what I took from that experience was, I worked hard, and instead of acknowledging the fact that I worked for an hour and I did something I'm not used to doing, I chose to focus on something that I couldn't do. And it's really important in life to not focus on what you can't do, but focus your energy onto what you are doing, and be proud of what you're doing. Because there are some things that are out of your control in terms of life. I can't control how much my muscles can handle when I lift weights. I don't have, Hercules arms, and I'm not a bodybuilder, so I have to understand that my muscles are doing the best that they can, and they're still working, and not look at what they can't do and be disappointed, because there's a whole lot of work that went into what I just did, and I chose to focus on what I couldn't do. And so that's where problems in life start to arise in any kind of situation. I used to be a marine biology major, and I switched because I just met defeat everywhere I went. And my GPA was dropping, my grades were dropping, and I was like, you know what? Maybe college isn't for me. And I started thinking about dropping out. I started thinking about what my life was going to be if I dropped out. I started thinking about everything that I could do besides college, because it wasn't right for me. I decided to switch majors and give it one more shot. And here I am. I have A's and B's, and I'm doing well. I have plenty of time for myself. I'm doing well in school. I love the classes that I'm taking. I'm engaged. I'm learning actual stuff. And so that plays right into what I'm talking about, is even if you're consistently meeting walls, and you're, over and over again, you keep hitting that end of like, damn, I'm disappointed. You have to realize that in order to get stronger, in order to keep learning and keep growing as a human being, you have to fail. You have to hit rock bottom, because then the only way you can go is up. And I've totally realized that it wasn't that college was for me, it's just that I was putting all of my time and effort into something that wasn't meant for me, that wasn't intended for me, and I was forcing myself to go through a major that I couldn't handle. In all honesty, I'm not afraid to admit that. I just wasn't prepared for the amount of workload and the time that it took to be a part of that major. And props to you if you can do that. If you're a STEM major, you are doing so good. congrats, okay? I'm jealous because I wish I could do that. But I didn't recognize through all of that I was working so hard. There were nights that I didn't sleep. There were days I didn't eat. Some days I even went without a shower, and I'm not proud to admit that, but it's a fact that through all of my disappointment and all of that struggle, I was still working very hard. And I would never be where I am now. I wouldn't be as happy as I am with my education and where I am in life if I hadn't failed before. Growing up, when I learned how to ski when I was very little. I think about 7 or 8 maybe. I learned to ski, and then a few years later my dad started to snowboard, and my brother and I said, monkey see, monkey do, we're gonna snowboard. So we started classes and we learned how to snowboard, and I just remember fall after fall after fall after fall, and I was so upset. I remember coming home crying and being miserable and wanting to go home, and I was cold, and I hated everything because I just kept falling and I kept hitting the trees and I kept getting stuck, and I was like, I hate this. I'm not good at it. I give up. And my dad told me, if you're not falling, you're not trying. And I've carried that motto with me my whole life, and it's helped me through a lot of very difficult situations, like school and like dance. There was a move that I was trying so hard to master, and time after time I hit a wall, and I was like, I'm a failure, I can't do this. I was just so full of self-doubt, and then I remember that quote in the back of my head, if you're not falling, you're not trying. Because if you're not trying, there's nothing for you to do. Like, you can't fall, you can't succeed unless you're doing something. So the fact that I was even trying to snowboard from learning how to ski, from previously skiing, was like a challenge on itself. Also the fact that I was like 9 when I switched, so that's a young age to ski. And I realize now that that quote is extremely important. And falling in life is failing, and you have to fail. Nobody would be anywhere if we didn't fail, because we learn, okay, that didn't work. What else can I try that could work? And then it's all trial and error based. It's all figuring out how to adjust the way you approach things in order for things to get better for you. Just like me switching majors. I was like, I don't want to be a college dropout. I want to be successful. I want to be able to support myself and my family when I grow up. So what else can I do? What other routes can I take? What's left for me to try? And I tried the road less traveled. And here I am. I feel very good about myself. I feel successful, and I'm proud of what I'm doing. And I'm appreciative of all of those times that I hit that wall, that I fell down. Because if I didn't get back up every time, I would not be here. And I need you guys to understand that it's absolutely 100% okay to fail. I actually encourage you to fail. Because if you're failing, that means you're trying to do something, and then when you fail, you have to understand what it is you need to change about it so that you can succeed. That's all I really have to say, because it's a very important fact of life that nobody gets anywhere in a straight line. Life's a roller coaster. Life is up and down and backward and sideways, and it's not a straight shot, and nothing is ever clear and perfect. But it also goes into trusting the process, believing in yourself, and knowing that even if you fail, there's still another way for you to get to where you want to go. And it all circles back to, if you're not falling, you're not trying. So I encourage you to fall. I encourage you to fail. I encourage you to feel defeated and feel doubtful in yourself. Because once you realize, you know what, dust yourself off, get right back up, start going again. Because that shows that you have determination, that you have motivation, that you really care about what you're doing. And don't give up on yourself. Because I'm telling you, if you don't give up on yourself, there are a multitude of awesome opportunities waiting for you. So many doors can be opened by you continuing to try hard. Like, I've seriously changed so much throughout this whole process of trial and error. And I had a really hard time making friends when I was growing up. I met a lot of struggles with friendships, and every time I kept saying, okay, new semester, new week, new year, try again. Just because something didn't work for you in the past, or you met a wall the last time, doesn't mean it's not going to work. Doesn't mean it's over. You just keep going. You get up, try again. So that's all I have for you today. I may be posting twice, so look forward to getting to see me have a conversation with other people. I'm going to try and bring my roommates in, my partner, my best friends. And if you want to collaborate with me, if you want to have a conversation about anything at all, reach out to me. I would love to have a conversation. And it can be about literally anything. I love to see how people view the world, and it makes me feel like a human being to know that there are other people out there who see things differently than I do. And it's really valuable to get to understand different kinds of people and where they come from on things. So let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be posting soon, and spread love, kindness, joy, happiness. Be appreciative for life and what is given you and what it hasn't. And keep being strong, beautiful, brave, motivated. Keep doing you because you are doing great.